I keep forgetting to take my mask off my elbow, and normally it goes on the door handle, but because I forget it and bring it to my desk, it ends up hanging next to my headphones. And then I'm like automatically going to get phones, and I'm like, oh, mask.
Happens. It's okay.
Yeah. And look, I've got a friend gave me incense as a gift, and I don't know where to put it, so I dug it into the wax of my candle, and I turned both on at the same time because I'm intense like that. Yeah. Anyway, do you remember why we said we would talk about mindset? Like exactly how?
To be honest, no, I don't.
I mean, we could go back and watch our own show, but no.
Too much. But yeah, so mindset. I would say there are, how to say it, different types of mindset. Like there's a romantic mindset, there's a mindset for work, there's a mindset for family. So, and then there's the mindset, you know, politically, and so on and so on. So, generally speaking, what would you say is your Johar mindset?
Oh, the Johar set. The Johan set.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that basically be my values?
Probably, maybe, I guess.
Well, something I realized recently, because I've been really getting into the work of Joe Dispenza, he talks a lot about leaving the self behind and going into nothingness. He keeps repeating this phrase of like, you have to go from being someone to being no one to being nobody to being nothing, and then you become everything and everyone. It's like, but that's I realized that he talks about this being super powerful in creating the life of your dreams and letting the best possible reality come to you. And that's something that has often happened to me, and I wasn't able to explain, like, why am I so lucky sometimes? And I think it's because I've always let go a lot. I've been very adventurous and curious and not really holding on to any specific expectations. So that's a very central part of my mindset that I can recommend. The downside is it can be really scary, and you can, it comes with a lot of insecurity. But if you're risk-friendly, then it always guarantees for adventure and good things. Yeah. By the way, is that a Greek or a German way of saying yes when you go?
Oh,
I
actually adapted that from Japan, because Japanese people, when they agree or when they listen to you, they're always like So
okay,
maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I had that before. Maybe I had that before too, but I definitely feel like it became stronger here.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I'm snacking on a bunch of little yogurts, and this ice cream is amazing. It's a
Unfortunately, you froze for me, so I can't tell.
Oh no, it's Ahoy Brause? What is it? Brause. And they turned it into ice cream, and it does fizz in your mouth. It's really weird. Probably going to have the worst sugar high after this, but it's okay. Yeah, what else is part of my mindset? Acceptance and openness. I was told this recently. Right? I asked a friend as part of my kind of market research and business development to tell me what she thinks are my strengths and weaknesses and what are my unique traits and stuff. And something that came up that surprised me very positively was that I seem to just accept everyone the way they are and show interest for them. And I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, that's true. I didn't mean to be so nice, but I just have, again, the curiosity and this welcoming whatever comes.
That's good.
Yeah. And that also shows up in my work, changing jobs or directions every couple of years or months sometimes. So I guess that's a good summary of my mindset. It's very curious and adventurous. Or trusting is the one I'm missing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about you? The Murray mindset.
So my mindset, how would I describe my mindset? You know, like definitely open, emotionally available. I don't know if that's a mindset.
How do you define that, or how does it show that you're emotionally available?
Basically because, how to say, well, I have a healthy, lasting relationship so far of 2 years, and especially in a long distance relationship, you have to be emotionally available, otherwise it's going to fail pretty early on in the beginning. So yeah. And also just like, you know, I guess being there for friends and listening, also in a way being emotionally available.
Yeah. You mean like taking the time and being prepared to connect?
Yeah.
Like with me, it's so nice that we can actually talk every week. There's not many friendships where that holds for a long time.
Yeah, right. And I mean, and also like being also emotionally available also means kind of like just being honest and open with each other and saying like, oh, you know, like for example, today I would not have time, or today I don't feel like doing our weekly talk or whatever, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of just ghosting.
Yeah, and I really like, by the way, that we have settled into this semi-weekly streaming where it's not a must, but it does happen very frequently. It's been really nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the reason it does happen frequently is because it's not a must.
Yeah, I do think that definitely plays a role. And again, this is also kind of like a mindset, right? Like this mindset of, okay, it's not being forced, it's something that we agreed on, which we're gonna try, you know, to do it as often as we can. But
yeah, that is a huge thing that I've also learned from friends who are really into mindset development and leveling up your game and that kind of thing. Is if you, as soon as you manage to get rid of must as a word that you use and as a feeling, as a thought, and you replace it with what's it in English? Like I get to, I'm allowed to, I have the privilege of, and have that gratitude instead, then everything changes.
I mean,
but it's
yeah,
hard.
just
Easier said than done.
that is definitely true. Yeah.
Because when you do have to go to work, and maybe it's not the best work, just to pay the bills, and it's hard for it to not feel like a must.
Tell me about it.
But you can still do that internally and be like, I get to do this work, and look at the good things. Be like, I get to maybe help someone. I get to pay my bills. I get to stay active, and yeah. Do you do active work on your mindset? Like something every day or every now and then to help you maintain a certain one?
I mean, if you call therapy a mindset, training for a mindset, then definitely that. Because it in a way, like staying positive or not letting your negative emotions, or not even emotions, no, your negative thoughts overwhelm you. I would say it's definitely a training. So like we're doing something called brain spotting, basically.
What's that?
It's kind of like finding that one spot in your brain through EMDR, like eye movement practice.
Yeah.
And then seeing what comes up. Like you go in with a certain goal in mind. For example, let's say you have some insecurities and you don't know about what exactly you have these insecurities. So you do this brain spotting and then you basically just allow to see what comes up and work with that basically. And I would say this is maybe some type of mindset training.
Yeah, definitely. So you take like one topic and then think about it and see what else comes up. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hmm.
Have you heard about or tried neurofeedback?
If I tried neurofeedback?
Mm-hmm.
No, what is that?
It's this it's becoming more and more popular as a biohack. Originally, it was a treatment for things like ADHD, I think maybe Parkinson's as well, and various other neurological things where you have a brain scanner and they hook you up to a screen where you can see your own brain activity, and then you get specific exercises to do. And because this is a way for your brain almost to see itself, it's like you're using your eyes for your brain to be able to look in the mirror and be like, oh, what am I doing? How do I look? Then it can adjust very rapidly, also on a subconscious level. That's the feedback part. So it's like a rapid way to adjust the way you think. And then
So have you, or do you do that currently, or are you trying?
Oh, I really, really want to. I researched it, and I was writing with this clinic in Germany who does it, but they require what's it called? Prescription. So first you have to go to your GP, and then they refer you to a neurologist, and then they write you a prescription. And with that, you go to this clinic, and that way you can get most of the costs covered, but you still have to pay. So it's like so many hurdles. I left it for now. But you can also buy now super cheap brain scan helmets nowadays. I mean, relatively cheap. It's a couple €1,000, so it's actually very expensive, but it's stuff that used to cost maybe tens of thousands. To like a home kit.
Oh, wow.
Goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah, this is also another mindset to have about money.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Tell me more.
Like, for example, I was raised with the mindset of, don't spend your money on useless things, or only, be tight about it, always save, always, do this and that. And then I have a friend who's like the complete opposite. She's like, go for it, buy this, buy stuff that you don't need, buy merch, buy whatever. And these are like two mindsets that kind of like collide. And like sometimes I look at her like ways how she spends money, and my mindset is like, oh my god, that's not right, or you should not do that, or no. And for her, maybe it's also the complete opposite.
Yeah, where she thinks like, oh, Marina has all this money just sitting around, that's such a waste.
Basically. Like it's all about, in a way, perspective and mindset.
Mm-hmm. What do you personally think of this mindset you grew up with?
Well, I would say for me it is maybe a little bit too extreme, because I am tight about it, and I wish I would be more, how is it, more comfortable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, both has pros and cons, so you can't really say one is better than the other, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So
also seems like a very subjective thing to me.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the idea of becoming mega rich? How does that make you feel?
Oh my god, I feel like it would not make me necessarily more happy, but it would definitely take away the worry about money itself. So, I mean, I can imagine it would bring you more problems. But like I said, at the same time, at least you don't have to worry about money issues anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think would be the problems that would come with it?
I feel like relational problems, because especially I feel like if people know that you have a lot of money, expectations towards you change.
Yeah.
So, and it definitely also changes relationship dynamics.
Okay. You mean already existing ones as well, or just new ones?
Yeah, existing ones as well, I think.
Okay.
But that's just
that, would you qualify that as good, bad, or neutral?
Both, like bad and good. It really depends on the person. Like it depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I realized that was one of my fears as well around money. I also grew up with probably a lot of bad examples of money mindsets. And by the way, I don't mean my parents. I mean just, culturally and media and whatever. Yeah, and one of the fears that I had about success was I'm going to be surrounded by people I don't like, or people that I thought I trusted are going to start behaving differently, or all of these things. But yeah, I don't know. I think something that helped me was to think maybe this is a form of discrimination if I'm thinking badly about the rich. A lot of them were born into it, and it's not their fault that they're rich, just like it's not anyone's fault for being the way they are in other ways.
Well, the thing is that it's not about the rich people, but it's more about how the government or the politics handle the rich. I feel like it's just, about this kind of like, I feel like if you have a certain amount of money, I feel like you also have a certain amount of responsibilities. And I feel like you should be taxed approximately like the right way, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole topic for itself as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I had something. I'm losing it. What was it? Damn it. No, I forgot. I was going to say something good. Anyway. Oh yeah, now I have it. Yeah, I think still one of the reasons why becoming successful in our society feels so kind of dirty or still wrong in a way for me is because the whole system is so messed up that I think like every bit of privilege or success that any of us has is built on the exploitation and shittiness towards others on some level. And so I feel like just having a moderate level of success or abundance would make me feel pressured to do so much good to compensate for that privilege because it's built on such a crappy system. I don't know.
I see. Yeah, that could be actually the case. It could be right.
Yeah. And that's why I prefer to start by doing the good. And then if I get rich that way, then it feels okay. Sometimes the word seems like so dystopic to me. If I keep going that rabbit hole, I get so overwhelmed, and I'm like, okay, my choices are move to another planet or die, and maybe go to an isolated civilization in the Amazon or something. But they probably have their problems too.
The non plus ultra.
No, but again, it's a question of mindset. You can get overwhelmed by how bad everything is, or you can see the half full glass. Yeah. Would you say you're a pessimist, optimist, realist, nihilist? None of the above.
So in Germany, I was quite the optimist. Then I came to Japan and became quite the pessimist. And now I feel like I found a good balance. At least that's what I tell myself.
Can you explain more details about this?
Like I feel like in Germany, or at least before, like specifically until I was, how I say it, like when I was in college, I was really like happy, bubbly, sunshine, everything is okay, always, expect a good thing, yada yada. And then like I kind of like came to Japan, and then I noticed a lot of things because I was living in my comfort zone in Germany. I was living in my little bubble. And then I came here and I noticed how very different things can be. And because of that big clash, I kind of like was like, everything is shit. And I feel like now, after adjusting, I feel like I got, in a way, the best or the worst of both worlds. So I feel like I'm quite neutral now.
Oh, yeah, as a third culture kid, I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
Interesting. But what was, can you think of some of these bad things that you're happy to share that made you have this shock, or
That made me more of a pessimist?
Yeah, or expand your comfort zone.
Definitely, like I think that like at least I had a very more negative view on it was how here in Japan I'm always going to be viewed as the outsider. Like it doesn't matter how perfect you will speak the language, or how well you're integrated. If you're not Japanese, you're always going to be the gaijin. And unfortunately, you're also in a way feeling that every day at work, like the way how they speak to you or how they treat you. Like, and I don't even mean it treating you in a negative way, but just you notice that they just treat you differently than their, other colleagues.
Yeah.
So kind of like coming in terms with this truth or this reality definitely was like in a way like pessimistic for me, because I was like, doesn't matter what I do, I'll always be the foreigner here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That sucks. And do you think that's a racial thing? It's with people who don't look Japanese, or is it more just the fact that you're not from there?
So I talked with some people who are like, for example, who are Japanese but who grew up from abroad, and there's like mixed experiences with that. Like some people say they also do feel like a foreigner even though they are Japanese, but they just grew up somewhere else.
Yeah.
But some of them said that they adapted quite good, but only when they actually confirmed to the, in a way, like expectations here, or the norm, like the social norms here. So yeah.
Yeah. Societies. What do you think about? Do you think we will ever get to a point where we have a sort of global? Well, not necessarily one global government, but maybe something like the EU worldwide, where we can also include Asia and America, and everyone will have more agreements.
Maybe.
Oh, and I forgot Africa and Oceania. Whoops. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Could be.
Because that's also a huge mindset challenge, trying to bring together these completely different cultures. I feel like unless we have an alien invasion or something, maybe that's never gonna happen.
That is very much true, yeah.
The future of the world. We only have like 5 minutes now.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can round it up with like a conclusion, or maybe some parting words.
Yeah. I had a dream. Just kidding.
I was petrified.
We just went from Martin Luther King to who wrote that song again? I don't even know.
Was it ABBA? I don't know.
No, I know that it was not them. Oh god, we're such millennials. Did you have any funny stories from this week or something?
If I have any funny stories.
Or special stories, not necessarily fun.
Special stories. Oh yeah, so I mean, I don't know if that's funny or not.
Oh my God. I'll mute myself to tell your story.
Okay, so funny story. I wanted to buy myself some daily contact lenses, so I went onto Amazon. I saw this package that said 30 daily lenses, whatever, yada yada. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll buy that, and I have that for 1 month. So it arrives, I start wearing them, all cool, right? And then I noticed today, so I noticed, they're kind of like not many in them. And then I checked when I ordered them, and it was like end of July, and I was like, shouldn't it last me until like end of August? And then I looked at it again, and then my mind was like, doo, 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 doo. And then I was like, wait a second. It says 30 daily lenses, but not like 30 pair of daily lenses. So it's only for 2 weeks, and I was like, oh my God, how stupid. Ugh. So yeah, and then I had to order them last minute, which made me really sad, but yeah.
Oh no, that really sucks. That sort of thing has happened to me also so many times. I ordered like 8 USB sticks from Wish, which claimed to be 4 terabytes big, and they were this tiny. I was like, no way. And I plugged it in, and my computer was like, yeah, 4 terabytes. I started copying files onto them, and then I tried to open a file, and everything was unreadable. Everything was just like rubbish code. Thanks for nothing.
No.
Yeah, and then I ordered a skateboard once that was incredibly cheap, and it arrived, and it was a finger skateboard. Which they did not tell you. I would have had to look at the dimensions carefully. Just be careful when online shopping, kids.
Oh no, I'm so bad.
Yeah. Oh man. Cool. That was a good way to end, I think. Also, yeah, bringing it back to my mindset. I know some people, exes and others, who would get so upset about this and would have a rage fit and say, "Oh, freaking idiots," and give the liver a workout instead of laughing.
That is true, and we're just like, well,
yeah, I'll just send it back.
Well, shit happens.
Exactly. Oh, so good talking to you as always.
Talking to you too.
And sorry to you and anyone watching that we had to keep it so short this time. Yeah.
I think it's okay.
I'm sorry for the audience that they don't get to see Marina's beautiful face, but I will in other occasions.
Definitely.
Yeah. Alrighty. So see you next time, whenever it is.
See you.
I'll always let people know on Instagram in case you're watching, just so you know.
Yeah.
At Johar's Pots.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.